evening and welcome to the Hitadu Stadium in Adu City, where we start off with the big action here today. It's a grand game. We're looking at two superb teams, players that have been playing on foreign shows. They're heavily buffed and physically strong. This is an encounter probably after the Maldives game yesterday. This is probably the game that everyone's been waiting for. Strong physical presence with two teams that feature players that come from all parts of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hitadu Stadium for today's match of AFC Challenge Cup 2014 between Philippines and Afghanistan.
Assalamualaikum and Makam Mo Pakair. Magandang gabi, maligayang pagdating. Most important, good evening and welcome to the Hitadu Stadium. This, of course, is the AFC Challenge Cup 2014, and it's Philippines taking on Afghanistan in one of the strongest physical battles that we will witness in this contest. We do hope that you've been patient, and we thank you for that. We've had a slight delay due to the weather, but it's time to do our alma mater before I ramble on more. And we start off with
Etheridge, number 3,
the national
Sato,
anthem
number
of the
5,
respective teams. Do stay with us.
Number 7,
Well, always our alma mater to do the national anthems of the respective nations on field. Well, sometimes you do have technical difficulties with the CD players, or more importantly, the laptop it's playing from. So we'll just get that sorted out. We've had a few delays here today due to the rain, and there's been bad weather, of course, a bit of turbulence. There, as we can see, we've got the dashing young husbands who've been stars in
here
the
are the team
Philippines.
lineups for Philippines. Number 1, ladies and gentlemen, we have the pleasure to invite President of Maldives, His Excellency Mr. Yamin Abdul Qayyum, Vice President of Maldives, Dr. Muhammad Jamil Ahmad, President of Ministry of Youth and Sports, Muhammad Malih Jamal, Muhammad Farid of Afghanistan, and Mr. Dan Stefan of Palimi.
We'll walk onto field first to wish the players and welcome them to this tournament. Remember, this is a very big event in the Maldives, the first time that we are hosting a game of or a contest of this magnitude, and the scenic and beautiful islands of Maldives, of course, have been such a good choice. The players just simply love it here. Just reflecting on the young husbands, besides training, they've actually got the freedom to be able to walk onto the pitch at any time, or to walk out of their rooms and actually get a swim, a bit of exercise in the early part of the morning or whatever time they wish. Well, the players just get acquainted with our important delegates. Let's also very quickly get you acquainted with our referee for today before we get on to the teams. Valentin Kovalenko is our main referee. He's been a part of, he's from Uzbekistan, 38 years old, was born in Tashkent, registered as a domestic referee in 2000 and internationally with FIFA from 2002. He's refereed at the 2011 AFC Asian Cup, the AFC Cup final in 2012.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the
and the
national anthem of
2014
Philippines.
World Cup qualifiers. Now it's time for the national anthem of the Philippines. Now it will be the national anthem of Team
And
Afghanistan.
now the national anthem of Afghanistan.
Yeah, it's going to be game on in just a little bit at the Hitadu Stadium. We'll tell you a bit more about this lovely place and also about our lads on field in just a little bit. So, well, do stay with us for that. Now, did inform you about Valentin Kovalenko, our referee. Time to get you acquainted with the teams as well, and more importantly, with how this contest is really looking. Remember, this is a Group B encounter. We start off with Team Philippines. Neil Leonard Etheridge will be neath the bar. Daisuke Sato, Juan Guirado, and Simon Rota will be in defense. James Young Husband, Stefan Schrock, Jerry Rubin, Martin Stubel, and Paul Mulders will be in midfield. In strike position, we've got two men up there, Patrick Alcala Reichel and Ruben Doctora. Valentin Kovalenko, let's give you a bit on him. Born August 9th, 1975 in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. He's a very good friend of the four-time AFC Asian Referee of the Year, Ravshan Irmatov, and of course has learned a lot from Ravshan as well. Now, Valentin Kovalenko has been a part of the 2011 AFC Asian Cup contest. He also was a referee for the 2012 AFC Cup final and the 2014 World Cup qualifiers. Served as an assistant referee in the 2006 World Cup qualifying. And he did, of course, do the preliminary round match between Iraq and Yemen in the 2014 World Cup qualifiers. Time to look at Team Afghanistan. We've just had the toss done. Leading the sides, it's João Guirado, the brother of Angel Guirado. He is the captain of Philippines, and for Afghanistan, of course, it's Harun Fakhruddin Amiri. So here's the lineup for Afghanistan. Mansoor Fakiri underneath the bar, Abbasin Ali Kil, Harun Fakhruddin, Faisal and Hadid Mustafa in defense, Zamir Daudi, Mustafa Azad Zoy, and Shayeshte and Mohammad Yusuf Mashriki and Ahmed Arish Hatifi will be in midfield. In strike, it's Bilal Arzu. Remember, Afghanistan are coming away from big success. They won the South Asian Football Federation Championship. They've grown from strength to strength. They were runners-up in 2011 when they lost to India. It was sweet revenge when they beat India in the finals to claim the title in 2013. So they're the current South Asian champions. Philippines, one of the strong forces in Southeast Asia. They have yet to find a bit of glory or to take some silverware home. This could very well be their chance. And it's into the action right here at the Hitadu Stadium with Afghanistan kicking off proceedings. Afghanistan will be looking for an early way through. And sweet defense there, being put up by Jerry Rubin. Corner opportunity for Afghanistan. Well, that's stretching it a bit too far, and well, no one's really going to get close to that. But Afghanistan still lurking around. Philippines will take control. That ball stretched down the left flank. Rubin slipping it to Rota. Well, it's a quick run into the goal area, but the Afghanistan defense fairly strong. And he'll have to do the drop back, Ruben Doctora Jr. Well, Phil Young husband isn't playing the game today. And neither is Rob Gear. They're not on the bench either. They've got a few big names on the bench. Strong defense on the back line. You've got Simon Rota behind. For the Philippines, it's going to be a throw-in for Afghanistan. Stretching that across, Harun Fakhruddin. Well, he's put it right in the path of Shayeste. Shayeste will have to do the drop back. And that's another throw-in opportunity for Team Afghanistan. You've got Mohammad Yusuf Mashriki right there. Well, in the danger area. Well, Philippines beginning to look dangerous here, and the Ascals are taking this forward. Well, that's a good bit of pace generated down the left flank, and defensive measures by Afghanistan. Well, it certainly looked like the Ascals had a chance to cut through. But the Lions of Khorasan are a strong side by themselves, so It's not going to be that easy. Simon Rota. James Young husband will be kept away. Afghanistan claim possession. It's now down to Ali Kil. Back to Zamir Daudi. And the long ball. Well, Neil Etheridge with the clearance. What can be actually dangerous moments like these, you could actually knock the ball straight into the goal. An own goal risk there for the Philippines, but Etheridge himself has grown stronger and stronger as the days have gone by. We'll tell you a bit more about him. He's still employed by Fulham in England. He's now 24 years old, has been loaned out to many clubs in England, but he's one of the key goalkeepers at Craven Cottage for the future. And well, lads from the senior team or from the A team have nothing but praise for him. Well, that was a close call for the Philippines. And what a miss. They're going to rue that. Afghanistan getting close. Hatifi. Well, didn't read that coming. That seemed to have been the main issue for Hatifi. Lovely delivery. Well, lands straight into the goal area. But Hatifi glancing it past the near post. Oh, what a chance missed for Afghanistan. The Lions of Khorasan, as they are known. Well, they want the early lead, and so do the Philippines. But that's taken away. It's the Askells still sticking around. Lovely through ball, but it will only find the opposition. It's going to be cleared by Faisal Sakizada. Was a quick run from Daisuke Sato. Straight back to Fakiriar. Probably the best goalkeeper in South Asia currently, Mansour Fakiriar. He's such a talent. So you've got two hardy keepers. One Mansour Fakiriar at one end of the field and Etheridge at the other. James Young husband finds Simon Rota. Rota will slip that through. That's picked up safely. Well, trying to power that through was Patrick Reichelt. But it's back to Hadid Mustafa. Hadid Mustafa slips it to the right. Well, a late fall, but Azad Zoy is brought down, which means it's our first free kick in the game. Well, the Ascals hold strong here. Well, that's got to be another attack. A lovely delivery. A lovely assist, sorry, from Mustafa Azadzoy. The Philippines defense picking that up, and that's going to sail away from the target. But it's a shot all the same that comes from Hatifi. Well, he wants to hit the target as soon as he can. Let's tell you a little bit about our encounter here today. This is a Group B encounter, and this is what Group B is made up of: Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Philippines, and Laos. I pretty much would like to call this the group of death, because in the other group we've got Myanmar, Palestine, Maldives, and Kyrgyzstan, which is also a tough game. But Turkmenistan is fairly strong. They came off with a 5-1 victory over Laos earlier in the day, and 5-1 is a pretty huge, well, knock Dudiev scoring a brace. And they sit at the top of the table with 3 points now and a +4 goal difference in Group B. As far as Group A is concerned, it's Myanmar who sit at the top with 3 points and Palestine. Both teams, of course, pulled off victories. Palestine got the better of Kyrgyzstan 1-0, and Myanmar and Maldives played out a tough battle, a 5-goal thriller, with Myanmar winning by the odd goal. Well, that's another close call. Well, the whistle's going to do away with all the efforts of the Afghans there. But Afghanistan are laying it on very thick as far as the attack is concerned. Well, I kind of wonder whether the absence of Phil Young's husband will be felt, because let's not forget, in the AFC Challenge Cup 2012, he was the Golden Boot winner. He was also one of the stars of that contest. Absolutely phenomenal form then. There was a slight injury worry for him a while back, but his brother's on field. Kind of an amazing story about the brothers, who both were groomed in Chelsea a long time back. They both play for the same club, Loyola Meralco Spoks. James has Philip as his second name, and Philip has James as his second name. Or James has Joseph, sorry, as his second name, but Phil has James as a second name. And he's just 10 months younger than James' young husband. So it's quite a story, and the lads are really good friends. They get on absolutely well with each other. Quite a story, if you ask me, the two of them. More like friends than brothers on field and off it. They're very competitive, of course. James plays as a attacking midfielder, while Phil plays mainly as a striker. So his absence today, well, will it make the difference? That's a big question here. Still got players like Patrick Reichelt and Stefan Schrock, who are absolutely marvelous in their work. Kovalenko. Oh, talk about injury. Kovalenko's got a nosebleed. And he's keeping away from the camera. Well, that's kind of the strange as well. It does happen with too much of heat and humidity. And that's what seems to have happened to him. Well, very rarely do you see a referee going through injury unless it's inflicted. It's definitely the heat and the humidity that has got to Valentin Kovalenko. Well, he won't be used to these kind of temperatures. Well, they've just got to wait for the bleed to stop. They'll have a bit of cotton knocked in. The officials will check on him. Remember, he is a very well-respected referee and one of the finest in Asia currently. He's a lovely lad as well. And that's what you call, well, I'd say the gentleman's game and gentleman's manners. He's kept his face away from the camera. Well, we'll just get that sorted out in a bit, so do stay with us. And that's Eric Rutmolo, the German who's in charge of Team Afghanistan. And Kovalenko's back on field. Thomas Dooley, the man in charge of the Philippines. Will be a bit of added time. That's straight through, but picked up by Fakiriar. So not a worry. Well, the Philippines did have a chance there, but they've yet to come threateningly close like the Afghans have. Bilal Arzu. It's knocked away safely by Daisuke Sato. Got a strong defensive mechanism behind for the Philippines as well. You've got Juan Guirado. Did have his brother Angel playing for the team the last time around, as well as in the Suzuki Cup.
Make sure you watch the one over the back.
Got Faisal on the back line. It's going to be a throw-in opportunity. Taken by Simon Rota. It's Rota. Gets that into the danger area. Fakiria will pick it up safely.
Run it right. Hold. 1 in 10. 1 in 10.
Well, the temperature currently hovers at about 28 degrees Celsius here, but the humidity has been really high. It's about 85 degrees relative humidity, partly cloudy skies. Had a bit of bad weather through the day, a bit of rough waters, so the lads having to get here to the stadium by boat was quite difficult. They do have, of course, seaplanes. Always get confused with them. When I was a kid, it used to be called water cabs, but they actually planes which have, well, floats that help them move through the water. Quite amazing, actually. Straight out of a Bond movie, if you ask me. And you've got ferries or motorized boats.
We need to play out the back.
Rota. Rota takes the throw-in. James Younghusband. James finding Schrock. Stefan Schrock. Still sticking with it. But it's pulled away by Faisal. Quick move back from Latifi. We've got a player down. Looks like it's Jerry Rubin. And it's Christopher Greatwich. Well, the Ascal supporters, pretty fans in the stands, always make for a very, very good crowd. Got a very good mate, of course, from the Philippines, who's always talking about the Ascal supporters and how off late they've been all over the world. And my friend, whose name is Rafael Syed Amir, who's a hardcore Pinoy in every sense of the word, and he often tells me about how at one point of time it was basketball that really ruled the roost, but today, besides the PBA, football has grown in such a big way, and lads like the Younghusbands have been very instrumental in its development. So one of the stars, of course, is not with us now, and Emilio Caligdong, well, I'd call him Singapore's first footballer, the lad who really took it very seriously when it came to the beautiful game, and this is more than 10 years back, gave us some great years of service. So Emilio Caligdong, well, not with us today. His pet name used to be Chiefy. So, to my friend, of course, who's out in the crowd today, at the stadium itself, at the Hitadu Stadium, well, it's a good shout out to him. I can see him a few benches, well, below me.
Up, get up. Halfway.
So we've got to thank Rafael Syed Amir for that information on Philippines football and its development of late. So strong team here today. It's been a strong game so far, and I'd say that delay was well worth the wait. We've got an exciting contest on before us. The Afghans back on a roll. Well, they can turn on the pace. It's just about the execution when they get into the Philippines danger area. Well, penetrating the Ascal's defense hasn't been so easy. They've got fairly close, but you've still got Etheridge behind there who can hold fort. He's a big lad. He's about 6'3" or 6'4", and he's definitely got his act together on the back line. So very interesting now to figure out how the Afghan attack is going to cut through, or will the Ascals be the ones to score against the run of play? Well, that long ball will be received down the left flank, and it's definitely going to be an offside call, no doubt about it. So a bit unfortunate there for Ruben Doctora.
Jimmy, drop.
Fakiriar.
Out, James.
And that's picked up by Fakiriar 20 minutes into the game. And the battle still rages on here between the Ascals and the Lions of Khorasan. Well, that's picked up safely. A quick movement there from Stefan Schrock. And it's going to be a corner opportunity for Team Philippines. And that's the change that we have. Chris Greatvich will come off and Jason De Jong goes in for him. Jason Nicholas Maria De Jong. He's another tough lad.
Substitution for Philippines, player number 18, C. Gretvich, replaced by player number 6, Bedon.
So Jason Nicholas Maria De Jong is in. Through an opportunity. Well, that's a good arm actually, but Fakiriar making a routine save. Let's also remind you very quickly that on the half-hour mark we do have a water break. That's due to the humidity levels being very high here. A bit of free hydration always helps. Stefan Schrock, who's a star in the Bundesliga, plays for Eintracht Frankfurt.
Get up, up, up. Left. Jerry left. Jerry left.
Well, a lot of the Afghan players actually do play in the Bundesliga or in Germany. Mansour Fakiriar himself plays for VfB Oldenburg. Abbas Nalikil plays for FSV Frankfurt. It's going to be a free kick opportunity here with Mohamed Bashriki being brought down. Well, we'll tell you about the other players who play in Germany, but right now it's down to the free kick for Team of Afghanistan. It's another close-up opportunity for them. Neil Etheridge, well, he's matured as a player, used to be just another young brat on field at one point of time. Played for the Philippines for quite a while. Started when he was about 18, if I'm not mistaken. He's now 24. Struck nice and hard, but Geraldo gets a foot to it to knock it away. It's going to be a counter attack from the Philippines. Will they be able to carry it through? It's down to Jason De Jong. Squares it off to James Young Husband. And that's pulled away by Haroon Fakhrudin. Well, he's such a star. He plays for Dempo Football Club in Goa. Goa in India, of course, well, unknown to a lot, has a great Portuguese influence, and football is, well, other parts of India really worship cricket. Football in places like Goa and in Calcutta and Bengal is really the staple diet of the sports lovers. So Dempo Football Club, they are big giants in the I-League, that's the Indian League. And Fakiriyar is a very strong, well, component in that team. Well, tries to keep that ball within the field of play. It's a bit tough here for Shrock. Did get a chance to speak to him 2 years back. He's a lovely lad. Really proud to be playing for the Philippines. He's born and brought up in Germany. He has played for Germany at all levels. Under 16, under 17, under 18. Now with the senior team. Came back to play for the country that his mother belongs to. He said it was a kind of a tribute to her. Well, Etheridge takes the kick quick enough. Neil was looking for Simon. Knocks away fairly quick. Faisal. Shayesh State. That one's sparred through, but rather gently, and Mansoor Fakiriyar will pick it up safely. Just to give you the right, well, height behind Neil Etheridge, wanted to confirm that he's 6 foot 3 inches, which is 1.91 meters. He's been playing for the Philippines since 2008, 42 appearances. He's played for the England under 16 as well, way back in 2005. What's interesting about Etheridge is, of course, he spent 3 years at Chelsea as a trainee. And he joined the Fulham Academy after that. Made his debut for Fulham in the UEFA Europa League against Danish club Odense BK. But he has yet to play in the English Premier League. Has been loaned out to Leatherhead, Charlton Athletic, Bristol Rovers and Crewe Alexandra. Well, he's still loaned out to Crewe Alexandra, but fully employed by Fulham since 2008. He's played for the England schoolboys as well. Let's tell you a bit more about Neil Etheridge. He was born in Enfield Town. His dad's name is Martin Etheridge, and his mother's Melinda Dula, who was a native of Tarlac. She's Filipino by descent and started playing football when he was 9 years old. His height, of course, got him the direct, and his ability to basically block off the shots got him a very, very immediate placement as a goalkeeper. With the English under 16, he won the Victory Shield in 2005. Back to Neil Etheridge. Etheridge trying to keep his lads motivated. Tucked away. Martin Stubble.
Wait. We go 100 miles an hour.
Jason de Jong seemed visibly upset about something. Well, possession snatched once again. But knocked back. Rota finding Jason de Jong, who's lost possession once again.
Derry right.
Azad Zoy regains balance. Oh, that's so well, that long shot could have been such a threat. Fakiri are well taken by surprise, and Stefan Schrock, he's causing a few tremors there in the Afghan defense. Oh boy, he stretched that all across. Well, almost does it for Stefan Schrock.
One right. What's that right? Get it. You're back. Left. Time.
Well, that's a nifty pass back to Juan Guirado. Sent forward by Jerry Rubin. Well, James, wait for Rubin. We find Schrock. Schrock sends it to Rota. Rota with a good delivery, and that's a wasted connect if you ask me. Boy, couldn't get entirely behind that. It's Daisuke Sato. Well, who's let that fly now. So that's quick damage control being done by him. It's now down to Faisal Shaiste. Shaiste knocking it back to Mansour Fakhruddin, and Faisal will send it ahead. Basin. It's back to Basin. Latifi. Bilal Arzu. Oh, Simon Rota. Well, trapped that really well to keep the advancing Arzu at bay. Martin Stubble was brought down with the approaching Bilal Arzu. That's what the referee put an end to. It's Jason de Jong now. Oh, that's quick work by Faisal Shaiste. It's definitely an offside call, no doubt about it. So the linesmen today, let's give you a bit on them. Rafael Ilyasov from Uzbekistan and Talib Zanov, Ismail Zan of Kyrgyzstan. And our fourth official is Dmitry Bashentsev, also from Kyrgyzstan. Rado. Well, finds the gap. But it's back to Afghanistan. And Shrock will get a word there. Shrock just making sure that Ahmed Adar Hatifi is all right. Hatifi is 28 years old. He plays for Mumbai, which is in the I-League, Mumbai FC, as an attacking midfielder. Big run back for Hadid Mustafa. Well, I think we've skipped the water break, probably trying to make up for time. We did lose an hour today, remember? Oh, that's a lovely setup, but that's picked up by Neil Etheridge, who had his eye on the ball. Jason De Jong taking this forward for the Ascals now. Well, he's moved that over to the left flank. And that's going to be regarded as the first foul of the game. And picking up a caution, it's Samir Daudi. It's going to be a free kick opportunity for the Ascals as well.
One more.
Samir Daudi picking up the first caution in the game, a yellow card. I always think it's one of the greatest, well, mysteries of football, if you think about it. And he was guilty of bringing down Ruben Doctora. The reason why I say mysteries, it's a card. The referee does show it to you. He doesn't give it to you. It has no name. It has no callback number. You don't even get to keep it. So, well, just looking at the lighter side of it. Free kick opportunity for the Ascals. Well, that's knocked straight up. Fakiria won't have to worry too much about that. And it looks like Jason De Jong got a foot to it. Well, this young man, Mansoor Fakiria, he was really instrumental in taking Afghanistan all the way to the title in Nepal in the SAFF Championship 2013. What's also very interesting about him is that while a lot of the players really do speak Pashtun, some speak German, but Fakiria himself is very, very fluent with English. Has learned to speak a bit of Hindi as well in India, and apparently now spending time, well, in Goa. He might very soon, he used to play for Mumbai FC, he might pick up even a bit of Konkani, which is a dialect spoken in Goa that comes from the Sanskrit root, but there's a bit of Portuguese mixed in there, which makes it fairly interesting. And a lot of the Goans, of course, do speak very fluent Portuguese. So while I talk about all that, let's give you a bit about this city as well, Adu City, where the stadium is this stadium, which is called the Hitadu Zone Stadium. Well, it underwent a whole lot of renovation, especially for this event. And I should say that the Maldivian football fraternity has done a fairly good job. And Stefan Schrock's taken a knock. Well, once again, Well, it's going to be Samir Dawdi. Well, just to tell you, Adu City, of course, here is the second largest inhabited place in the Maldives in terms of population. And that's after the capital city, Male. It's got 5 districts. It's the second city of the Maldives. And the resorts here are the best base to visit the various Maldivian communities. So that free kick opportunity for the Philippines not working too well. That's a huge British influence here, from the British being here, well, all the way till 1976. And it was quite a good setup. Well, the English dialect there, I mean, in this area, was a slow starter in terms of tourism, but it's really, really grown. Now, the Ocean Reef Resort is not a typical Maldivian tropical paradise resort, but it's linked by causeways to the adjacent islands, and it's easy and pleasant to get around them by bicycle. Get a chance to visit the local village and see village life. There are 2 island resorts here, and it's really a non-typical Maldivian tourist place. I mean, not really touristy, but great to get to know the culture. And I always believe that when you travel, get to know the culture, the people, the food, the local food. You don't want to come to the Maldives and eat foreign cuisine, do you? 40 minutes into the game, we're just 5 shy of hitting half-time. And let's not forget, we will have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages. No water break today like yesterday. Fakiri are powering that through. It's definitely an offside call. And he's painfully let that go. Faisal Shayeste trying to get it away from Jerry Rubin.
Open!
Just running you through some of the lads who play on foreign turf. Mansoor Fakiriar of Afghanistan plays for VfB Oldenburg in Germany. Basin Alikil, the defender, plays for FSV Frankfurt 2 in Germany. Then Faisal Sakizada plays for Dandenong Thunder Sporting Club in Australia. Samir Dawdi, who picked up that caution, plays for TGMSV Jugosheim in Germany. Mustafa Azad Zoy plays for TB Ufusen, also in Germany. Then Faisal Shayeste plays for Songkhla United in Thailand. Bilal Arzu, the main striker, plays for Askar Football Club in Norway. Mohammad Mashriqi plays for Bhawanipur, and Ahmed Hatifi plays for Mumbai FC Bhota in India, just like Mansoor Fakiriar, who plays for Tempo. Plays for Altona 93, also in Germany. We'll tell you about the Ascals a bit later. It's going to be a throw-in opportunity here. For the Afghans. Fakiriar will take it. Or did I say Fakiriar? Sorry, it was Harun Fakhruddin who will take it. It's always a bit confusing between the captain, because both lads have captained the team, although Harun Fakhruddin is the main captain. And he has his family name on his jersey, which is Amiri. Well, his full name is listed as Zohib Islam Amiri Harun Fakhruddin. Well, let's tell you about the Ascals. Neil Etheridge, the goalkeeper, plays for Fulham in England. He's still employed by them. Daisuke Sato plays for Global in the Philippines. Juan Luis Guirado plays for Burgos in Spain. James Young-husband now plays for Loyola Meralco Sparks, but formerly was with Chelsea. We'll tell you a bit about that story later. Patrick Reichel plays for Ceres, and Ruben Doctora plays for Stallion, both are in the Philippines. Stefan Schrock is an attacking midfielder with Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. Jerry Lucerna plays for Esbjerg in Denmark. Martin Stubel plays for Will in Switzerland. And Paul Mulders plays for SC Cambuur in the Netherlands. Simon Rota plays for Stallion in the Philippines. Well, that's knocked straight ahead. Did get a hard foot to that one. Faisal Sakizada. There might be something here for the Afghans. Well, that one has been put wide once again. And it's Ahmed Arish Hatifi. Etheridge do the honors for the Philippines once again. Slowly approaching half-time, still no change in the scoreline here at the Hitadu Stadium. We've hit the 45. We've got a bit of added time that's going to be thrown in. 2 minutes of added time. That's all we've got. We haven't had really any casualties or delays on field. It's just that a little over a minute that Kovalenko took to get himself fixed, and well, he's been fair in sorting that out. And well, it's good to see Kovalenko's all right more than anything else. Through ball. Picked up by James, but James unable to hold on to it. Hasn't had too much time with the ball today, James Young-Husband. Well, Jerry Rubin takes control. Does well to keep the throne with the Philippines, getting that ball off Mustafa Zadzoy's foot. Jerry Rubin, Lucena. Rota. Rubin. Rota finds James, and that's definitely going to be, well, a tough moment here for the Philippines. James Young-Husband will be marked, there's no doubt about it. Well, that was a detrimental move by Haroon Fakhru, that I would have considered that to be a foul. But Kovalenko, of course, would have had his eye on the lads. It's a corner opportunity for the Philippines. And James Young-Husband will be pulled up by Kovalenko. And he's going to wait for the Afghan player to come up. Was a bit of drama there from the Afghan lad. Kovalenko is not happy for that delay, and it's Amiri, Haroon Fakhruddin. And that's what transpired back there. Wasn't really worthy of a fall, that move. Oh, that's off the crossbar. Boy, oh boy, that was the best chance for the Philippines, and Mansoor Fakiriar has picked up that second effort. So it's still goalless here at the Hitadu Stadium at halftime as the Philippines and Afghanistan play out a goalless stalemate in the first period. So it's Philippines 0, Afghanistan 0 in the first half. Do stay with us for second half action to find out which of these two sides will walk away with maximum points today. A lovely header from James Young, husband, but he's denied by the woodwork. And then, of course, there was a second effort from Jason De Jong that was picked up by Mansoor Fakiriar. So, goalless here at halftime. Join you in just a little bit when play resumes. Stay with us.
Hold 18! Turn! Jerry! Sort the back, Jerry, stay!
Yeah!
Ruben!
Jason, second ball! Hey! Keep the ball.
hard having a high start.
Now you're joining him, huh?
Oh, good save.
Oh, yeah. So einfach. Nochmal. Are you in? Start from now.
Ah, shit. First ball. Front ball. Yeah!
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Saynur Degan, Saynur.
Okay, final. Huh?
Finale.
Information. Huh?
Side.
Okay lang.
Side.
Final ha? 0-0, 0-0 lang. Yeah? 0-0. Oh! Come on! It's stuck.
No, draw. Okay lang. Okay, very good.
Am Bozuban nizar da vyar da cene si kilo da aftar ay santo. Dam sari bay gemas. Sari bay. Ne pas point. Ne bora bada. Ne far ne kono.
Well, hello, and did you miss me? Well, if you did, I missed you as well, and it's good to be back here. So I'm going to say welcome back to the Hitadu Stadium, where Philippines and Afghanistan resume their opening game. It's the first game for both these nations in the AFC Challenge Cup 2014 event, and
Keepers!
Bilal Arzu seems to be complaining about being pushed. Kovalenko having a word with him.
Good ball.
It was goalless at half
Come
time.
on, guys, come on.
The Philippines had the last throw of the dice in the first period, but James Young-husband denied by the woodwork, although it was a terrific header from him, and then Jason De Jong was denied by Mansour Fakir. And that's Phil walking alongside his brother James. He will sit out this game along with Rob Gear. Both of them have been suspended. Let's also remind you that we start off second half period with Philippines 0, Afghanistan 0. And that's the coach of Afghanistan, Eric Rootmoller. It will be the Ascals to start off second half, and it's into the second period right here at the Hitadu Stadium. Remember, 3 points on the line, and that's very essential for both nations out here on the field today. Jerry Rubin will find Rota. Straight back to Jerry. Squares it off to... Well, I thought it was Guirado. It's Guirado now. It squared off to Paul Mulders earlier. That's sent forward by Samir Daud. Samir Daudi will find the gap there. Stefan Schrock. Schrock's working his way out here. Well, knocks that into the danger area for Kiriar. We'll have it covered, so not a worry at all. It's Faisal Sakizada, well, who does man the area on the left behind for the Afghans. Nifty bit of dribbling work. It's down to the right flank. Khalid Mustafa trying to take that through. But he's kept at bay by Daisuke Sato. Was picked up a caution as well. And Sato picking up a caution for that action. Patrick Reichelt was quick to get him away. Well, Stefan Schrock will get in on that through pass. And Schrock has once again lost possession. Bit of damage control being done there by James Young-husband. Well, in with a chance here. And that's not going to be a foul.
Hey, ref, that's a yellow. That's a yellow. That's a yellow.
and Fakiri are having a word there with Patrick Reichel. And that was regarding a dive, and that's exactly what Hadid Mustafa was chiding him about. Squash it right there, says Kovalenko. One thing that doesn't gel with me today is that whenever any of the players have been pulled up by the referee, they refuse to walk ahead. Well, that itself is normally considered dissent. And that's the strangest thing that you don't see in a game. Well, James was gentlemanly enough earlier to do that in the first half. Harun Fakhruddin refused to do it. And just now it was Patrick Reichel who was not doing it. Well, when you're called up, you're called up. Referee's word is really final and binding on field. Shock chasing it down. A bit of damage control there. Samir Daoudi.
Stop the ball.
And all's fair between him and Schrock. Well, Daoudi himself plays in Germany. He and Schrock know each other fairly well. To give you a bit of background on the AFC Challenge Cup. Well, this is the 5th edition of the Challenge Cup. 4 editions have been played so far. The Korean Democratic People's Republic of Korea have won 2 of those in 2010 and 2012. They are the reigning champions. Tajikistan have won it once in 2006. India have won it once in 2008. That's how India made it to the 2011 AFC Asian Cup. What's interesting, of course, is that Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Sri Lanka have been runners-up. The Philippines finished 3rd in 2012. They were 2nd runners-up. And, well, for Afghanistan, it's very interesting that they made it through. They did make the group stage in 2006 and 2008, but they've never finished well in the top region. Or in the top 4. Got a fairly strong team this year. Reichelt is brought down. It's going to be a free kick for the Philippines. Guirado knocks that through. I must tell you that the Challenge Cup, of course, the AFC, that's the Asian Football Confederation Challenge Cup, was really started off mainly for the emerging countries in the Vision Asia program, which now, of course, is defunct, but it's a part of the development of football in Asia that Asian football at all levels receives a raised standard, or the standards are raised at all levels. Now, the inaugural tournament was hosted in Bangladesh in 2006, with Tajikistan being the inaugural winners, and it's a biennial event. An amendment to the national team competition was made in July 2006, meant that starting with 2008 and the 2010 edition of the AFC Challenge Cup, the winners would automatically qualify for the AFC Asian Cup, and that is really phenomenal, because the AFC Asian Cup is the holy grail of football contests in the continent. And it's very interesting to know that, well, we've got one of these squads that will make it through. The squads that are taking part, of course, hunting down the AFC Challenge Cup title for 2014. Turkmenistan, Philippines, Afghanistan, Laos, Maldives, Palestine, Kyrgyzstan and Myanmar. Maldives and Palestine, well, did get off their, Myanmar and Palestine got off their campaigns to a good start with 3 points in the bag respectively. Shrock is tackled, and that's definitely going to be a caution. Kovalenko pulls out one over Hatifi. Well, did kind of escape the tackle, but the reason why Kovalenko will pull out a caution is that's a detrimental move. Stefan Schrock driving that through. Well, he has been the mainstay of this team, the standout feature in today's game. Well, James Young has been just looking very, very lost without his brother, but more importantly, the fact that he's been marked and kept away from the ball. And Schrock has been the main mover. Let's tell you a little bit about Stefan Schrock and, well, his foray into the ASCALs itself. Now, Schrock did get a chance to catch up with him 2 years back, and we watched him over a period of time and how he's really changed, not just as a player, but more importantly with his maturity as a footballer for the national team. He's half German, half Filipino, and his mother, of course, is from the Philippines. We've got a change coming on as well. Zamir Dawoodi will be replaced by Amin, and that's Hassan Amin comes in for Zamir Dawoodi. Now his full name for Stefan Schrock, of course, is Stefan Marcus Cabizares Schrock. He has represented Germany in the under-18. In the under-19, he played 12 games for Germany. Also played for the under-20 German team. Works as an attacking midfielder or can operate as a right back when needed. On 28th May 2011 in Germany, he married his childhood sweetheart, who was apparently also named Pina. And well, he's played for SPVGG Greuther Fürth. He made 183 appearances for them from 2004 to 2012. So he started playing football when he was just 18 years old. He's also played for 1899 Hoffenheim till last year, and towards the end of the year was picked up by Eintracht Frankfurt. He's made 12 appearances for Frankfurt so far. 12 appearances for the Philippines from 2011 with 3 goals. He's going to stretch that ahead. Latifi. Throw and taken by Hadid Mustafa. Mustafa finds the gap. Unable to hold on. Azad Zoid, the ball snatched away from him. It's Stefan Schrock now. It's going to be a throw in for the ASCALs. Knocked straight ahead and picked up by Fakiria, who sends it back into the field of play. Shock will put that
Nişan
out of the
Mehmet'i.
field of play.
Abasıyla saykı. Oran selam oran.
بچه آرام آرام آرام
Uçur sasta oran.
So trying to make a few inroads. Both squads here on field. Lovely through pass. And that's sent away quickly by Daisuke Sato. Well, Hadid Mustafa losing possession, and that's going to be another caution pulled out for Mustafa. And it's Raquel takes, well, the tackle. So here we go, now the yellow card being pulled out. Going to be a free kick opportunity for the Ascals here. Well, Shock takes the free kick. Fakiria will make the save. Ball sent forward by Martin Stubel. Raquel, it's Stubel back again. Stubel takes the shot. Now that's put away by Mansour Fakiriar. And good defensive work being done by Faisal Sakizada on the back line. Hadid Mustafa. Well, eager to get that away. Stefan Shock will take control. It's back again with Reichelt. Now stepping in, Jason De Jong. Jason De Jong puts it past the left post. Oh, that was a sure enough chance here for De Jong to have got that in. Well, chances like that are few and far in between. Gets the better of Haroon Fakhruddin. Fires that one through. It's just about the accuracy element.
Jersey number 7, Jayan Husband, replaced by jersey number 20, Porteria.
And Jose Porteria comes in for James Young Husband. Jose Elmer Porteria. Porteria plays for Kaya. He's 20 years old. It's got to be a thrown opportunity. Taken by Hadid Mustafa. And Mustafa Zazai replaces Yusuf Mashriki. Mohammad Yusuf Mashriki comes off the field. Mustafa Zazai is in for him. Stefan Strock once again. Dragging that through a couple of times, and they will get a free kick. Strock is down again. Was very clearly tackled by Hatifi here.
Outside for you. Turn. Good ball. Links outside.
Aram.
Top, keep the ball.
Hadidi slipping that back rather quickly. Now Faisal.
Muki,
The Lions of Khorasan just lacking the roar here today. Good ball in, but turned out by Girado. And that's going to be a corner opportunity with Jerry Rubin being the obstacle here. Can the Afghans make the most of it? That's a big question here. That's put past the away post, so no way through.
Hey, schneller! Sultan, bitte da mit dem Faisal!
Well, got the ball to Kervin actually beautifully, but unfortunately Hatifi hasn't really been at his best either.
You have to stay between two
Stay,
men.
Faisal, stay. Okay, no, Faisal, come on. Faisal, you have to.
Hey,
It's not my
Faisal.
Hey, Faisal.
Sato. Yes, well done. Hey, Patrick! Center. Shape. I need you there, man. I need you here. Come inside, Kiki. Come inside, Chucky. Last one, Mansour. Drop. Okay, drop. Kasınız, Faysal. Okay, you're good. Mansour. Moram.
Well, a very good chance here for the Afghans, but he's kept at bay. Mustafa Zadzoy. Well, he certainly pounced on that. What an opportunity missed. Well, chase that down, Will. You've got to give him at least a 6 on 10 for that effort. That long ball being picked up by Zadzoy just outside the box. Well, he's rushed in. He did have Rubin and Sato to deal with, but ultimately it was Jerry Rubin Lucena, well, who did manage to save the day.
Hey, come in here. Come in here. Yeah. That's us. Rest. Gigi. How many? Every time.
And down he goes, unfortunately.
Fits.
Patrick Reichelt has taken a couple of knocks in today's game.
Okay. Number eight. Build up, Hassan. Okay, put. Stop.
Well, couldn't get in control of that shot, Azad Zoy. Let's tell you a little bit about the teams and the coaches. The Philippines national football team, let's start off with them. They represent, of course, the Philippines. Their current ranking was 140 when recently checked. The Philippines, although may have, the football may have claimed a bit of the spotlight late in this country. They were the first Asian country to be registered as a football team. And that was, I'm talking way back, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1910 or 1911. Their highest ELO ranking was 26 between February 1913 to May 1915. Thomas Dooley is their current manager. He's a retired German-American soccer defender. Also played as a defensive midfielder. He was a former captain of the United States national team. Made 81 appearances for the United States with 7 goals from 1992 to 1999. Here are the teams that Thomas Dooley has played for. TUS Landstill, FK Pirmasens, FC Homburg, FC Kaiserslautern, Bayer Leverkusen, Schalke 04, Columbus Crew, and Metro Stars. He has managed FC Saarbrücken, United States assistant coach in 2011, and this year he took over the reins as manager of the Philippines. Corner opportunity. It's a shot corner for the Philippines. That's tucked into the danger area, and the Afghans managed to clear it. And straight into the waiting arms of Fakiriar. The Afghanistan national team, known as the Lions of Khorasan. They were founded in 1922. They joined FIFA in 1948 and the Asian Football Confederation in 1954 as one of the founding members. They do play their home games at the Ghazi National Olympic Stadium in Kabul, which is the capital of Afghanistan. In the Asian Games in 1951, they placed 4th. In the SAFF Championship 2011, they were runners-up, 2013 champions. But in the Challenge Cup, that's the AFC Challenge Cup, they've only made the group stage in 2006 and 2008. Eric Ruth Moller is their manager. He's a former German footballer who's played for SC Borussia Rhein, SSV Kottingen and FC Cologne. He's managed the Cologne under-19, the Cologne 2 and the main Cologne team. Has also managed Bonner SC, FC Hansa Rostock. Has been assistant manager for Germany from 94 to 2004. German under-20 manager from 2003 to 2005. Iran assistant manager 2008 to 2009 and caretaker manager in 2009. Esteghlal assistant manager 2009 to 2011, and this is his first Asian team that he's fully managing in Asia, not as a caretaker but as full-on manager. Took over the reins of the Afghanistan team in 2014. That's at the start of this year. That's a quick run we're looking at from Stefan Schrock. Schrock gets it into the danger area. Oh, that could have been such an unsuspecting goal. Good save by Mansour Fakiriar. And the second time around, this time he keeps Sato at bay. Oh, that is terrific work by the Afghan custodian. Boy, oh boy, he has been in terrific form here. Here's Fakiriar. That ball could have just turned in. He does get it away. An attempt to clear it by Hatifi. Sato gets on top of it. It's a strong left footer from Sato, and that was goal bound, definitely. Fakiriar once again. Well, saving the day for the Lions of Khorasan. Was just talking about, well, the two managers, and Eric Ruthwaller currently is 59 years old. what a miss here. Strock rising high, but couldn't get to it in time. And I do stand corrected. Eric Ruthmoller, 69 years old. And his counterpart at the other end, that is Thomas Dooley. He's 52 years old. So vast difference in ages between the managers. That was a good left footer from Sato, but great save by Fakiriar. Mansour Fakiriar made his debut for the Afghanistan national football team in 2011, and the main thing that the Afghanistan, well, football fraternity thought all that while is, where was he all this time? And it was a 3-0 win over Bhutan in his first game. In 2011, he collected 5 caps overall. He was voted best player of the tournament in the SAFF 2013. That's the South Asian Football Federation Championship, for his goalkeeping efforts. He's played for FC Union 60 Bremen, FC Oberneulund, Goslarer SC, and now plays for VfB Oldenburg. From 2009 for Oldenburg, he has made 101 appearances. Well, see, that's the thing. He's groomed abroad, playing for. What makes Fakiriar different is he spent so much of time fending off attacks by some of the speediest and fastest footballers in Germany. And this is a phenomenon that a lot of Asian teams now are looking at. In the Japanese team, out of the 23-man squad that goes to the World Cup, we've got about 15 players who play on foreign shows for some of the finest teams in Germany, in Italy. And if you look at the teams here today, many of these players play, well, on German turf. And Martin Stubel just checking to see if everything's all right. Well, it seemed like it was a cramp there. And Struck, of course, well, asking that the game be stopped. It's Hassan Amin. There's probably a cramp. It will be treated, so not a worry. Jason De Jong having a chat with his coach.
Substitution for Philippines, jersey number 13, Doctora, replaced by jersey number 9, Daniels.
So Doctora's off the field, and Kenshiro Daniels comes in for him. Kenshiro Daniels, 19 years old, plays for Kaya in the Philippines. He's probably the youngest player on field right now. Well, Daisuke Sato is 19 as well. But Sato is a good 8 months older. So I'd be right about that. Kenshiro Daniels is 19 years old. He turns 20 next January. The youngest player on field for Afghanistan currently is Mustafa Azadzoy. He's 21. It's a terrific talent too. This is out that through ball.
Hey, yes, I see.
Time. Change. Sisu, wir brauchen Tiefe. Sisu, Faisal. Mama, darfst du. Come on, Faisal. Come on.
Well, the Philippines in with a chance here now. Well, can they make the most of it? That shot's taken past the left post. So what a miss here for Stefan Strock. Well, breaking down the Afghan defense just for a little bit. It was quick work being done there. Porteria finding Strock. Strock dancing his way through. Well, takes the shot, but no worries here for Fakiriar. He had his eye on the ball. So still goalless here at the Hitadu Stadium. Ronaldo steps out. He's chasing De Jong back again. De Jong sends it down to Rota. Rota back to De Jong. He's on the right flank. That's snatched away easily by Faisal Sakizada. Well, this time it's a PP. He's quick off the block there. Bilal Arzu steps in. Oh, that's over the crossbar. Couldn't get the accuracy factor down right. And I do stand corrected, it's not Bilal Arzu, but it's Shaishte, where he took the shot on goal. We've just got 9 minutes left in this game. We will have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages. Will that be good enough? That's left to be seen. It's been hard to get the breakthrough, and that's another wild shot. This time it's Jose Elmer Porteria who takes it.
Substitute for Afghanistan, jersey number 15, H. Amin, replaced by jersey number 19, Amin.
Porteria, another youngster, he's just 20 years old. Amiruddin Anwar comes in for Hassan Amin. Amiruddin Muhammad Anwar. Well, Strock trying to get that into the danger area. And an offside call. We'll have Rijkeld getting back to position.
Go, catch it. Musti, Zizou, Zed. Koram. Zizou, bleib, Zizou, bitte dich an, Zizou.
Afghanistan over a period of time have had a lot of managers. It's only the second time that they've got, or the third time that they've got a purely German manager. Their first manager, of course, was Nikolai Efimov. He was Russian. That was way back in 1978. Then, of course, a long period of time till October 2002 when football resumed. But Mohammad Yusuf Kargar, who was their manager from 2008 to 2009 and 2010 to 2014, well, they've definitely seen the best, well, football years under him, and he's the one who gave them that great kickstart. Also remains one of the most successful sportsmen in Afghanistan. Kargar, he's a lovely man. Oh, what a save here. Once again, Mansour Fakiriar. Oh, he's definitely been the standout player for the Lions of Khorasan today. Hadidi will be kept away, with Stubel knocking that ball out of play. Just a bit of damage control being done at the end. Stefan Strock here, denied by Fakiriar. Well, that's the strange thing about Strock. When he does take the shot from a distance, it's normally always accurate, but Fakiriar has been in the way. Neil Etheridge. Well, that's the difference. Neil Etheridge hasn't had too many shots really being directed at the back of the net. They've either gone wide or fallen next to the left post or just outside the right post. The other hand, Fakiriar has had to stand guard at all times right beneath the bar. Also, quick mention about Haroon Fakhruddin, who's called Amiri, and he's always listed as Sohib Islam Amiri. One of the most experienced players for Afghanistan. He's been around with the team for quite a period of time. Plays as a left back. He's one of the most capped Afghan players of all time. 30 appearances for Afghanistan with 3 goals since 2005. Works as a left back, likes to play as a defensive midfielder most often. It's Reichelt. And Reichelt will be brought down there by Hadidi, which means it's going to be a free kick opportunity for the Philippines. There's absolutely no doubt about the fact that there was a foul. Hadidi with the challenge. Reichelt taking the fall. It's going to be Strock again, who's also good mates with Mansour Fakiriar, by the way. He's knocked over. Well, he's a big boy behind there, Faisal Sakidzada. That's good defensive work being done by him. He's fairly massive, if I'm not mistaken. He is about 6'2". And he towers way over, well, Strock. Corner opportunity for the Ascals. Knocked up nice and easy. The Afghan custodian has got this covered well. Oh, that's what you call speed from Stefan Strock. Oh, he's got his intentions very clear here. But he's got now 3 men in red to deal with. Well, what's he going to do? Oh, Strock is down and it's going to be a free kick opportunity.
Kick it! Du organisierst jetzt! Hey, Martin!
Bushrock being pulled back by Mustafa Hadid. Bushrock takes the free kick. Once again, defensive work being done on the back line. The Afghans. Sebastian Alikil. Been lending a helping hand behind. That clearance done earlier by Sakid Sada. Through an opportunity for Team Philippines. Time is of the essence now. Well, if they come away with a draw, it will be the first draw in the tournament. Well, yesterday it was a very, very strange result when we had the opening game, which was played by Palestine and Kyrgyzstan. It was a goal scored, well, seconds before the finish, really late into added time. So we've hit the 90-minute mark here.
4 minutes, boys. 4 minutes.
Reichelt, well, he's made the effort. Time and again today, 4 minutes of added time. That's what we've got in this game.
Help team! Help team!
Sato not happy. Well, that's definitely obstruction. He's kept Faisal Shaisteh at bay. So free kick for the Afghans now. Or can they make the most of it? Remember, we're down into the dying minutes of the game. Will they be able to do what Palestine did yesterday? That's the big question. It's 3 points on the line here. We had a very exciting first period, a slightly lackluster second half, but the Philippines actually dominating second half play, especially attack. Well, that's up in the air, and that seems off. Did it get off the woodwork? We've got to get a look at that. Well, Neil Etheridge, well, holding fort behind, but it was Amiri, well, it got to it, and it's straight off the woodwork from Amiri. What a chance missed for Team Afghanistan here. They might have had the winning goal, and the captain denied. Well, it's just kind of levels the score, if you ask me. James' young husband missed a similar header, was off the crossbar in the first period, and this time Amiri, well, missing it, I should say, effort-wise. That's all square between the two squads. Martin Stubel. Needs a helping hand, decides to do the about turn. So back to Girado. Girado to Mulders. Now it's Jerry Rubin and Stefan Schrock. Schrock to Rota. Rota still holding on. I slipped that through to Jason De Jong. Oh, that's another save by Fakiriar, called into action so many times today. But what a reply to that shot. So the Philippines missing out. It's Tubal with a strong left footer. Well, that's a very good effort by the Philippines midfielder. Full time at the Hitadu Stadium as the Philippines and Afghanistan will fail to hit the target here. And in their first game for the respective nations on field in the AFC Challenge Cup 2014, it's even Stevens. The final score is Philippines 0, Afghanistan 0. Well, both squads will take a point each from this game. Well, do stay with us for second half action to find out. Oh, sorry, do stay with us for more action from the AFC Challenge Cup, which will continue tomorrow, where we've got more Group A encounters. This was a Group B encounter, so just to give you the final standings in Group B, let's remind you that Turkmenistan sit at the top of the group with 3 points in the bag and a +4 goal difference. Philippines and Afghanistan will follow suit with a point each. Laos sit at the bottom of Group B. So a bit unfortunate that neither side was able to hit the target, but I'm Glenn Mascarenas from Hitadu saying goodbye for now. Join us again tomorrow for more AFC Challenge Cup 2014 action.